Hello, everybody. Good evening. I'm doing this live video right now because I'm a little bit cheesed off. I uploaded the presidential case conversation between me and Raj Kohli. Raj Kohli is the chief superintendent of he was, of Met Police, Camden, and police station. Now, he made a promise online to order a fact finding mission on my presidential case. And he turned out to be a liar, another liar. Man who makes his promise in front of the public, in front of Twitter, everybody in the whole fucking world. And then he breaks it. So let's put this, I'm going to go quiet. You're going to hear this conversation here. Organized. Here we go. Let's start from the beginning. What I'm going to do is just let it run, and then I've got to go and get some shopping and then come back. Who's calling, please? Here we go. Raj, you're a difficult man to get hold of. Sir, I told you I need to see you before you conclude your fact-finding team that you ordered. I also told you that I had an audio of General Adel Mashbushi, who spoke to me on behalf of Baghdad Palace, the President's office. And I wanted to forward it to you, and you said on both occasions, A, you'll arrange that, and B, you'll give me a contact so I can forward you this evidence, which has subjected me to Section 2 of the Mental Health Act. You have not provided that, sir. I'm getting a bit wary as to why, and I'm wondering whether you... No. Well, when you say this is the first time, sir, I've populated a tweet to you, unless you blocked me or I don't know, but I'll populate a tweet to you asking you that I must speak to you before you conclude your fact-finding team, and I've recorded your conversation with me, telling me that you was going to arrange to contact me. Right, ask your first question and I'll answer it, please. You've asked me several. Okay, so first question is audio message. What's it regarding? Second, aligned to that question is what are your expectations about what you expect me to do with this audio message? Okay, the audio message is from General Adel Mashbushi, who was at the time when he phoned me Colonel Adel Mashbushi. He phoned me on behalf of His Excellency Michel Sleiman, the President, who knows about my case, sir, because he's been briefed about it. I have that audio to forward to you, which your mental health social worker and 2 psychiatrists came into the police station I was detained in Communicado
opened the door for 45 seconds and a cell door and slammed it. And within that 45 seconds, they had concluded that because I had been denied a lawyer, contact with family, and my embassy informed, they had concluded, and I'd asked them, while you're at it, getting me in contact with the embassy, make sure His Excellency Michel Sleiman is aware I've been detained because he knows about my case. And your so-called professionals decided to Section 2 of the Mental Health Act, specifically one of them, the mental health social worker. Wait a minute. Specifically, the mental health social worker. 1 second, please. Allow me to finish, and then I'll answer your question because you've asked me 3 questions so far, and you've stopped me from the first time. Right. Right. Okay. Right. I haven't answered the 2 questions of the 3 questions you gave me. The first question, I'm 3/4 of the way through. Sir, do you want me to answer your questions? So I'm recording this phone call. You go ahead.
He didn't like that.
Sorry, say that again, sir.
So the first part of the email address is Central North EN mailbox.
Central North and then
EN.
Charlie November.
Yep. Bravo Charlie Uniform.
Bravo Charlie Uniform.
Mailbox.
Sorry?
Mailbox.
So after Bravo Charlie Uniform, you write mailbox, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Space dash. Okay.
Space? And an email? Wanker.
Yep. Staff office. So I've got here 2 spaces in an email. I've never ever witnessed that before. Oh.
Looks like a space to me as far as I can tell. But look, if that bad, just take the space out.
Alright, so I'm going to repeat it here. Central North, and then C for Charlie, N for November, B for Bravo, M for Mother, A, and then I, and then L, and then B for Bravo, O for Oscar, C for Charlie. And then after that, you said space, dash, space, staff office at met.police.uk. Send me an email. I'll give you mine. It's ucmehere@hotmail.com.
I'm not going to send you an email now. I'm going to send you a direct message with this.
Oh, I see. I understand. Oh, on Twitter, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. Sir, just want you to know that the reason why I want to forward you the audio of the general is because the mental health social worker said I agreed to detain you because you said that you had spoke to the president's office, and I thought this was extraordinary. So, in your fact-finding mission team, also the psychiatrist that was one of the psychiatrists that was there, an Iraqi, had also met my mum and aside and told her, Sam,
Cut me off
oh,
again.
good man,
Cut me off again.
is U for Union, C for Charlie, M for Mother, E for Echo, H for Hotel, E for Echo, R for Romeo, E for Echo, at hotmail.com. So I'm going to say it in words. UCMEHERE at hotmail.com. UCME.
I'll be honest, from the conversation you have about recording of phone calls and you're not happy with the fact that your section of the Section about Mental Health Act, that very fact, you do present to someone that has mental health issues. I have to be honest,
Yeah, but you're not a medical professional, and when you say you do present that, you have no authorization whatsoever to make such judgment because you're not trained in medical. Yeah, but sir, a judge has already outruled that I don't have mental health issue. A judge is above you in terms of making this decision. No, that's not where we're going, sir. Oh, gosh.
And I'm sure that the psychiatrist can talk to them to part in sections because they felt you had a mental health issue.
No, they told me because I received a phone call from Baghdad Palace.
I'm sure you was okay. You were preventing a mental health issue. However, you made an allegation of unprofessional conduct by a police officer. So if you email me, just date and time and place as best you recollect it. Alongside your name, address, date of birth, so in case I can't find you know talk about. And then tell me exactly what you say happened that was unprofessional. So far, what you made an allegation of professional conduct. I'm not getting from this conversation anything unprofessional. It sounds like you're lawful police detention. You were examined by a social worker and a couple of doctors as per standard mental health assessment.
For 45 seconds.
And there were subsequent sections. So nothing in that is unprofessional. But if you want to tell me by email, not on the phone, by email what it is that you said was unprofessional, then if I'm able to, I will see if those videotapes, the recordings of you in the company suite are available to be examined, and we'll see what you're saying has any advantage.
Well,
In terms of the recording between you and whoever it might be, it's not relevant. Your statement that you believe that you were treated unprofessionally. I'm not going to do anything with the recording because they're not relevant. I'm merely responding to your suggestion of unprofessional. Now, what will they find? There's no point continually ringing the control room and making vague threats around it. Not done in 24 hours. I'm going to get back now. Okay? That you do not set timings for non-emergency conversation. Okay? That is wrong, and you should insist from contact the control room when making those sorts of threats.
what threat is a threat, sir?
Threat.
Hang on a sec. You just accused me of a threat, which is unfounded without any sufficient weight whatsoever. Sir, I said to you that I said to them that I will. Are you going to stop? Are you going to continue stopping me from talking? Because this is a tactic that I know police practice, and they do this so that they can stop you from talking. Friday, a couple of weeks after, expecting a response from the Or what? Or what? What is the threat? Or what was the so-called threat, sir? I'll tell you what you translate as a threat. That me saying that I will upload the audio of the conversation as a threat.
He
Now
sees
that
that.
is really poorly.
Sees that threat.
You ask 10 people in the public about that use of phrase, okay? Right. What phrase he said? Wants you to respond in 24 hours. He said he was taking this call. He said this is the final message he's sending, after which he will escalate above your unit.
Yes.
Okay?
Is that a threat?
So if it is, of course, a threat.
What, to escalate above your remit?
You sent an email on a Saturday, a weekend, and you expect someone to action it within 24 hours.
So you feel threatened, sir?
I actually do not work 7 days a week.
But you feel threatened by me uploading an audio on YouTube? Yes or no?
What if I wasn't in the country?
Well, then lucky you then.
You are not operating in a reasonable and appropriate manner.
I wish I had a lawyer to do this.
I offer to look into this for you, to offer a mate. Send me an email.
Doesn't remain. He lied. Didn't happen.
What you said is unprofessional. I'm not looking. And if you want to upload an email, if you want to upload audio, that's fine. If you want to go above my head and take it further, that's fine. That's your time to do that.
But you see it as a threat.
Okay?
Is that right?
It's a threat. So every threat starts off, if you don't do something, I will do something else. That is the very nature of a threat. Okay? And my response to you is, why are you doing this on a Saturday when I may not pick the email up to Monday or Tuesday anyway?
Sir, last time I spoke to you was working out on night.
No? You made a series of assumptions. So you now have my email address, okay? Email me what your issues are. Don't send me recordings because they're not relevant. I'm conscious you're recording this phone call. I hope you are reasonable and decent enough not to post the conversation on Twitter or whatever, but if you want, you can.
Left it for several years.
Today or before that.
Man of my word.
I'll give you my word.
So I expect a email from you, and you will get a response to your email within 14 days. Okay?
Bullshit.
Sir, you've not allowed me to talk in this conversation, and I'm not going to push you any further because I respect you. And I'm also going to honour you, my word, that I won't populate this. Yeah, and I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. But I also object to much of what you said today, much of the alleged threats that you've said, and much of what you spoke over the phone. I'm not here to. You're not my enemy. The police are not my enemy. I don't hate the police. I respect the police.
All I'm saying is that
I don't have a mental health problem, sir. A judge has already concluded it. A judge has already concluded this, as well as a lawyer, a qualified lawyer who specialises with mental health. The report has been made public. It is public. You have access to it. It is an appeal court documentation which have been tweeted out. I'm going to forward it to you again today on Twitter.
I made it public.
You have no right to accuse me. I've got 26 years in IT banking, and you're talking over my voice now because you're doing exactly what police officers do when they don't want you to
cutting me off.
reveal information.
This is what I mean. He's cutting me off.
So you've already got it.
You are one of the few people, members of the public, that have my direct email address.
I respect you for that immensely.
So if you want to tweet it
I said I'll tweet was the report that the appeal report by the judge stipulating clearly that I do not suffer from any mental health. And I'm going to reiterate this to you. I've said it before. From when I was born until today, I'm not required by any doctor to be on any medication whatsoever. I've got 26 years in IT, sir, and I've worked in IT for donkeys. That's how I've earned my money. That's how I earn my bread. Yeah, that's always been the case. You have access to all this information. You also have, your CRD had access to seeing a direct message from Michel Sleiman.
Yes.
But yet they still wished to detain me under the Mental Health Act and incommunicado.
I need you to email me exactly what your issues are. And I said to you before, I will remind you, I said, oh, look at it. Rather than end this conversation, because my actually on duty.
Right.
I haven't closed the time off.
Of course you are.
Email. From the point it arrives, I will respond to you within 14 days.
All right, sir. Thank you for your time. And I just want to leave you with one final word. Yeah? Can I ask you to practice your morals when dealing with my case? Your morals.
No, I live by my own morals.
God bless you,
And
sir.
also by my professional judgment and my ability to be reasonable and logical. So once you send me what you send me, I'll look at it.
Yeah. And finally, before you go, I've already told you this before. I'm the only son in the family, which means I can no longer have children because I was full sterilized. I'm the only son, and I seek accountability, and I seek to be compensated both of the Metropolitan Police, my former lawyer who's corrupted and I caught, and also Islington Council. That is what my goals are, sir. Accountability from these 3 points. If any of them stop me from achieving this, then this is detrimental to my moving forward in achieving righteousness and justice in this country where I love and I've paid taxes all my life. So God bless you. I bid you a peaceful weekend.
See that? That's the best companies to work for. The top 100 best company to work for.
That was Chief Raj Kohli, Rajkohli. The time now is 11:23 on the 7th of June 2020. So far, 22 minutes, 18 seconds have just gone on this recording. Repetitively denying me the answering of his 3 questions which he put forward to me. Yeah. The first one I was answering it, and then maybe halfway through or 3/4, he stopped it and started over talking my voice, which is a tactic used, yeah, when you do not want them to speak anymore, to reveal any more information, to expose any more information. Yeah, this is a tactic used by him here, which was evident also in the 101 number, which is a non-emergency telephone number you call here in England. With their staff, also, same thing. And so I really am not confident. He's accused me of having mental health here on the phone, mental health issue. He's saying that from his police professional career, that he believes I have a mental health illness. But he doesn't believe the judge who has concluded my case.
Sorry.
Which has been made public because I tweeted the appeal for me to be released from Section 2 of the Mental Health Act. And while we're talking of Section 2 of the Mental Health Act, on both occasions, I've submitted, on the latest occasion specifically, I've submitted a letter from my mum, which is a letter of power to have me released. She has, as my next of kin, to have me released from mental health system within the required period. I think it's 24 hours. And so might be 3 days, I'm not entirely sure, but nevertheless, my mum submitted that in front of me. I submitted it with her in front of me days, I'm not entirely sure, but nevertheless, my mum submitted that in front of me. I submitted it with her in front of a mental health nurse, in front of several members, people who witnessed it, and they did not hand it to the court. It wasn't processed. It wasn't given to the legal process so that they could have me released. So therefore, you can see clearly that the mental health hospital also acted out of their remit. And now I can see that he's not going to assist me. I can clearly see it. He's not going to assist me. He's not going to go through it properly. He's making baseless threats, allegations of threats that he is deeming me saying that I'm going to upload this on YouTube and I'm going to let the public hear it. He's deeming that as a threat, which is extraordinary, because no way in any law in this country does that stipulate such. Yeah. If you feel threatened by it, then you obviously have something to hide.
Exactly.
And you therefore translate it to a threat. You feel threatened by it. Yeah. And to me, if you feel threatened by it, then that's your problem. If you want to twist the translating of what constitutes of a threat or not. Yeah. So for me saying I'm going to upload this on YouTube, you are threatened by that. You as well, the institutionalized police force. You know, I don't know whether to believe this man or to take him with a pinch of salt like he is with me so far. And he is. Yeah, he is. He's working against me. He's showing me that he's worked against me in this conversation by stopping me from answering the questions that he asked me. He asked me these questions. So why are you stopping me from asking questions? I asked the public this. I told him that the judge has concluded what he concluded. Why is a police refuting medical professionals?
Very important question.
All four
And a judge.
Consultant psychiatrists concluded that I don't have a mental health problem.
Because there's a psyop on me.
Any psychotic episode. And I wasn't in 3 years ago when they detained me in Huntercombe Hospital, which is a high category detention mental health hospital for people who suffer from mental health. Even the psychiatrist, the Iraqi one who came to the police station, and the other one, they both said that Sam is not detainable. So there's a wicked, evil, malicious targeting here of me, instigated by the office of British MP Emily Thornberry, already stripped from her right honourable status before, already accused globally on front pages by being a racist, which is, whichever terminology you deem it, the public in England see her as a racist. I'm going to terminate this call now. I've got nothing much to say other than I will be populating this if Raj Gottlieb continues to work against me. And that is not a threat, it's called a promise. Time now is 11:29 on the 7th of June 2020. That was Chief of both Islington and Camden Police.
Okay, so you've heard this. The reason why I've decided to upload it onto a live YouTube is because I just clicked on, I've got 2 Facebook pages there. They're both linked to each other. I click on one of them, it works, the link worked. I clicked on the other, it didn't. So I've had to put this out again. And today we are now, the time is 11:34 on the 3rd of July, 2023. The hunger strike, when I was detained, there was no charges in the end. They dropped the charges. Because how could I be harassing anyone? let alone contacting my counsellor, if it was Boris Johnson, Boris Johnson, that actually helped me, advised me to contact them. He referred me to them, and he sent me an email. Got an email from his PA, Natalie or Natasha, whatever her name is. I got the email telling me to contact my the Finsbury ward here, St Mary's ward here in Islington, and that I did. No answer. I left it for Raj. I kept my word since 2006 until now. And only a couple of days ago, yesterday, I think it is, I released this phone call from Chief of Met Police, Raj Kohli. He was chief of both Camden and Islington Police Station, Punjabi geezer, Sikh geezer. He made a promise live on Twitter to do a fact-finding mission on my presidential case. And the word presidential case was quoted by Ali Bannout, who works in the Lebanese embassy here in London. Yeah, he said it himself. I'll get it recorded. But Ali Bannout, I think a couple of years later or some time later, he denied it in a phone call, which I recorded as well. So you lying, cheating Arabs in the Lebanese embassy. Yeah, you wonder why I slate you on social media and on Twitter and all that. It's called legal advice. Legal advice to expose my presidential case. And if you want to translate it to slander or whatever, then you selfish, fucking sad people. Here I am telling you about my hunger strike, 17 days. Who do you know? Any lawyers watch this now? I put it to you, I bet you, most of the lawyers that you will come across have never had any experience in someone who's been on a 17 fucking day hunger strike. You'll probably get bits of cutting off here on Facebook, on YouTube, because I've witnessed it before, where I use a couple of swear words or sensitive words, keywords. The YouTube edits, but I always do live podcasts. So I've got to go now, do my shopping. This is outrageous, but I kept my word to that man. Kept my word. I didn't populate it. And what did he do? I told him, I'll give you 6 months in your job, sir. A year maximum, I said. They got rid of him 6 months later. So is he a professional? I don't think he has the capacity in his nod to handle a presidential case. And it was right of me to go above his remit. Only we got another one now. I was just about to say he's got a fucking red face, a complete red face. Now, I don't know what constitutes a red face, but my dad's a wine specialist. He's an expert, wine expert. And from what I understand, he must love his wine. God knows. But I don't want to slander people, but I ain't got fucking time with you lot anymore. The time now is to move forward with my presidential case by following procedure. And when I say that I don't want a Jewish person representing my case to Blackford's lawyers, who they themselves have my ex-girlfriend working there right now, or she works for them now. And she's Jewish. And I've dated her for 5.5 years. And I come from Lebanon, the birthplace of Semites. The birthplace is called Tyre. Tyre. That is the birthplace. Do you understand? For someone to accuse me of anti-Semitism when I dated a Jew for 5.5 years, go look up the Millennium advert on Google. Accurist Watches, the Millennium. That's me there. The person who produced that advert for Accurist watches is Jewish. I've had excellent relations with Jews. I don't have a fucking problem with Jews. I don't give a toss where you come from, what sect you're from, what religion you're from. Insignificant to me. But anyway, I've spoken a bit longer than I expected here. Now you see this psyop that's been orchestrated on me. Now you see this assassination of a character. I can't get representation in this country. I can't give instructions anymore being thrown into the mental health system. And the Met Police will refer to old, outdated record where I've gone back and I've let them examine me over 6-7 weeks, each fucking visit, 7-8 hours a day with cameras all over. And it's a different report. I don't suffer from the conditions that they're fucking trying to paste on me. And if I did, wouldn't you think Hewlett Packard would have nipped that in the bud with the first couple of interviews? Or all my jobs in my career, the 27 years that I've worked, I've said 26 years, it's about 27 years. Don't you think that would have been identified? Hewlett Packard. I know I keep saying it again because I have to. I don't say it to boast. I say it to talk about my career. I say it because being thrown in the mental health system, and I'll repeat it again, I have to give myself some kind of legitimacy. And the only way of doing it is telling you my employment history. Now, this week is going to be an active week on YouTube because I'm going to bring some more conversations here. I'm also going to see if I can screen share as well. And I invite the politicians in Lebanon to watch my video. I will be doing the questions and answers in about, let me tell you when I'll be doing the question and answers. Let's have a little mosey here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Right. On or around the 18th of July, yeah, I will put up a notification and I'll put a date on it, set a reminder where I will do a podcast, live podcast, and I'll allow the public to ask me questions. But before that, I'm going to be proactive in doing some more videos, and because it's a long case, it's a complex case. It's not really complex. It's just a lot of information that I need to relay to the public. I'm not really good at, writing. I don't excel in my English. English is my first language. Arabic is my second language. I speak better English than Arabic. But that's the weakness that majority of the people out there in the world has to confront. Unless your grammar and punctuation is the dog's bollocks, people will misinterpret what you write. Yeah, because let's not forget, when you write something on social media, writing something has no emotion. It has no feeling that you can get the feeling of. It's just writing. Anyway, terminating this call. Time now is 23:44 on the 3rd of the 7th. I bid you a good day.